Welcome to a new short market update, and today we're going to have two updates. I'm still at home, but it's going slightly better. So that's why we're going to do two updates today regarding Bitcoin. Bitcoin bouncing a little. Also, the Chinese stock indexes and indices have been bouncing a little, at least have been making a green day, through which also Europe is green today. And the topic that we have been discussing is Evergrande Real Estate Group. So that is the topic of today. But before we're going to continue, do not forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and also do not forget to like this YouTube update, as that's helping me a lot to grow this channel towards the next level. Also, do not forget to check out my Twitter and Instagram, where I'm posting daily market updates. When we're looking at this topic, we're seeing lots of fear regarding the fact that it might be throwing the entire system down. While it's just a slight company, like there's 300 billion in debt and 20 billion in international debt. So yes, it's a significant company. However, there's so much fear in the markets right now regarding the big reset. That every news item or everything related to this topic is currently getting full exposure, through which the entire markets have been dropping down significantly. And I think it's a little bit of an overreaction. So especially given the fact that we have this news in which they will redeem the bond interest on time, could be pushing back the markets back up. And I think that we're going to have some more bullish news regarding this company. But overall, as I disclosed yesterday as well, you should be realizing that this topic should be something to give you some red flag about the markets right now, as Evergrande is not the only one, and probably there will be coming way more in the coming year, especially when the real estate markets are going to turn around a little bit, or at least slow down. And that's usually a sign where these companies, where they are full of debt, will become into trouble. So they might be able to pay it right now, but I'm still assuming that within like 6 to 9 months we're going to have a crash, or at least a reversal, as this entire game can't continue. It can only continue if the markets go up, and the markets do not go up all the time. If you want to check out real estate and what is most likely going to happen towards the Europe and US markets, I think you have to check out Japan since the 90s. Heavy vertical candle, heavy vertical rally, and that crash happened with a crash of sometimes even 60% of the real estate, and those prices are never hit again. But looking at Bitcoin at this stage, we can see that we've got a slight bounce. I'll be using as a new chart here to describe the levels that we should be watching. Overall, in the entire run up, we didn't really have any corrective move. If you would assume that we're into Elliott waves at this point, this would be an ABC. But we didn't really have any corrective move at all, and we do see two right now, and the last one mostly fueled by the fact that there's much of fear across the markets. This recent fear is showing us that when Bitcoin reaches its new all-time high in this cycle, and the equity markets are going to turn around, it is not the best place to have Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a risk-on asset and will be sold off the first to rebalance their portfolios, especially when you have institutional investors coming into the market. They will be happy to sell their Bitcoin to rebalance their entire portfolios. So that's why Bitcoin will not be the solution at all costs. You have to sell sometimes to be able to remain flexible, and cash is king during a crash. That's why I will be selling most of my crypto when we get further down the cycle. However, at this stage, we are approaching critical level of support. So this entire region that we have here for Bitcoin is between 38 and 40k. Approximately that level. I think we're still seeing a beautiful retest of the previous high, and we might be facing a beautiful support resistance flip here, which practically didn't really have any tests yet, through which bouncing from this zone could influence or could push the prices back up. Also, we do remember September 2020, in which we had such a heavy corrective move too. And when you're looking at the price structure of any corrections overall, you can see that most of the time, especially here and all those other movements, you can see that we just continuously wick south until we find a higher time frame support, which has been found here too, and here as well. And here we've got a beautiful retest through which we are currently facing a beautiful support level through which we are most likely going to get continuation to the upside. What is the level to watch for Bitcoin at this stage to crack? Well, we've lost the level around 44.6, so we have to crack this resistance zone. If that is unable, we might be getting another retest to, or at least create a higher low, through which we potentially get ourselves a beautiful falling wedge construction before we are going to break out to the upside once again. So the critical levels that we're watching at this stage is this 44.6k level. If that breaks at some point, I think we're going to continue running towards 50k once again. On the downside, 38 between 40 is the critical support zone. Overall, I think that if we get in this range, you should be interested in buying. If we lose this entire zone, I think we're going to look at 28 to 31 next. But then the equity markets are in trouble as well. Looking at Ethereum, well, we've got the beautiful retest finally, right? We've got the beautiful retest around 26, which is nice. And we've also got a very harsh corrective move through which Ethereum against Bitcoin has reached the next area of support too. First level to crack around 3k. Second level it has to break through is this entire region that we have here, which is around 32. That is the previous support area, as we can see here. So anything through this should be bouncing back up, or at least we should be breaking that if we want to continue running. Also looking back at the structure that we have previously, run up, heavy corrective move, retest of previous order block, continuation sideways, and then we just continued running. Right now we see the run up, heavy corrective move, retest of order block, which didn't really got any test at all, just like here. And after this we most likely get a run back up towards anything in this region, have a higher low, and then we most likely continue the run. Ethereum against Bitcoin at this point, back into support. As you can see, we marked the level around 0.71, but that didn't really provide any support, and I stated that if we would lose that level, I'm going to look at 0.065, through which we're currently bouncing back up. If we want to continue running for Ethereum at this stage, you want to clearly break through 0.071 Bitcoin at this point. So overall, we're just doing fine. No real confirmation of a reversal yet, but it's at least bouncing from crucial support zones. So I think it's an interesting market once again. I'll be back later today with an additional update. Enjoy your day, and I'll see you soon.